to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will put toe to leather and will get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Maryland's offense will start this game off. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the lone running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The screen, he's got wheels. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I know everyone's yelling. He didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But think about it. Nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Wolverine.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop and make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Safe completion on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds a little space. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right on the money. There he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field, so he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Looking for a man. It's Vaughn. Quickly to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So Michigan's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
On the run, it's Cabrera. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
It's complete to the left. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Look out, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground, knocked down at the 28-yard line.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Makes a connection. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it on the outside. And it looked as Jeff. He might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Power football with the run. He has the first and still on his feet. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
On the option. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Back to pass on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Cabrera. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage. And
he's looking deep. Snags it inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on!
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run the option. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks. And
he hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Vaughn. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Using the quick game. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. The Terrapins will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Trying to power it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Just drives it between the uprights. Had to settle for the field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed.
He uncorks one deep. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Flips it out to the back. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Vaughn. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll trim the deficit to 15. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Ole Miss. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll...
Breaks into the open.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Might as well give it to him again. Runs through the tackle. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the option, finding an escape route. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He's going to run it. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Terrapins will boot it away to start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Now on the option. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That's the 50. The 40. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. To the ground with the back. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on.
And I love how this offensive coordinator uses all of his playmakers. The speed. This is a guy that we've seen hurt defenses before catching the football, but you can get him involved in the running game as well with the option play. You get him on the perimeter. He's the pitch man. Nobody accounting for him. It's an easy walk-in score for the offense.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've settled for field goals on each of their last 2 drives, and if they want to win this thing, they better find a way to get it into the end zone. Snags it quickly on the left. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Vaughn. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll keep it himself. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. The Wolverines are flying down the field. The option look. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Great offenses find a way to...
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Maryland, 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air, it's Vaughn. Gets it out fast. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Just keep moving. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Terrapins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 25. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Here comes the option. Short gain on the play before he slides. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Fires left. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
Gonna run it. It's Boone. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Give to the running back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.